I think the Halo Blade setup is I think it's a good setup for Vi, especially if you're trying to run a lethality Vi game. I think it's really good. Um, I think Halo Blades is probably stronger early game, whereas you're trying to like go for an early kill, trying to cheese their jungler, something like that.
Yeah, I never tried like pairing my runes with my items before on Vi.
Really, really. Okay,
I
so
just I just lock in Hail Blades no matter what.
yeah, I mean, okay, so I mean
And
that
I understand there are some synergies there, but I just never paid attention to them.
yeah,
Ooh, I like that.
I think that's fair. So yeah, I think one thing you should start acknowledging is in champ select. Whoever you're playing, you should look at what your team is playing, look at who you're playing against, and be like, okay, do I want to opt for more damage build this game? Do I want to opt for a more tank build this game? Whatever it is, and then go ahead and adapt your runes to whatever you're trying to play for in that game. I think runes
Okay.
synergize with items and builds quite well. I do think it's important. Um, Before, the runes and masteries used to not be a huge deal, but this was a long time ago, and now that the new rune system is out, runes are actually very important now, and runes kind of give some champions like their whole identity as a kit, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, runes are important.
Is Udyr a good ban for Vi? Because I always feel like every time I played into an Udyr with Vi, I get just I can't do anything to him.
Yeah, I think Vi does kind of struggle against some melee champs like that. I think Vi is best into like some range champs where she can gap close on them and lock them down with her CC and her damage. Um, Let me pull up Vi here. Okay, yeah. So it looks like Udyr is a good ban for Vi.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, it
I
looks
just
like she does kind of struggle into Udyr.
and the Skarner probably gives about as much trouble
Yeah,
just
definitely.
because his massive shielding that he gets, and
Yeah, the Skarner. No, I think Skarner just got nerfed, but even with the nerfs, I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I think that champion is insane.
I don't like Rammus either. But I don't think he's picked that often.
No, yeah, definitely. Okay, so another thing I would recommend. I think the rune setup you're going for right now is good if you're playing like Vi mid or Vi top. But for Vi jungle, I think inspiration secondary is almost a must every game with boots and cosmic insight. Yeah, I think Halo Blades is fine here. They have a lot of squishies, so we could opt for a more damage build. Um,
I like the sudden impact a lot on.
oh yeah, no, it's really good for Vi. But just for secondary tree, I think this is better for jungle setup.
Boots and inspiration. Okay. Do I need that? Adaptive force? Shouldn't I go move speed?
I would take it. I haven't messed around with move speed a whole lot this season. Um, I'm still somewhat learning these new runes. I know they just changed a lot of things like that. Um, I would just stick with what I'm confident with, and that would be damage and attack speed setup with scaling HP.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the other thing I want to mention, uh, we drafted a lot of damage dealing characters here, which isn't a bad thing. Um, Damage is good, but at the same
So I
time,
go more tank
um, well, so
or like a hybrid kind of like a.
yeah, I think what so if you guys are winning early and you guys are like have an early lead, I think going full damage is fine. Because that way it only allows you to further pressure your lead. However, if you guys are losing early game, I think we might need to start opting for more of a bruiser build. But I mean, as of right now, it's fine. You can go full damage in these lower elo games. Like full damage is fine. And team comps don't really matter, it's just something to keep in mind. You can ward that bush below you in case they try to like invade your wraps or your red. It's always a good bush to have warded. It's kind of hard to stand in this bush because if they do come at you as 5, it's kind of hard to escape unless you start your Q. But also another thing, try to start your red. Start your red. I think red start is
Oh,
better.
start this one.
Yeah, I think red start is better for Vi. Also ward that bush. Yeah. Another thing to keep in mind, try not to level your any abilities until like last second. On the off chance they do invade you or something, and you need to like start your Q to Q over wall. I know it would really
Okay.
hurt your clear, but it's gonna hurt you a lot less in the long run. If you Q start level 1 versus dying level 1, right? So it's like little things
Hmm.
like that. But yeah, I think red start is better for Vi just because she autos more in her clear, and red helps with your auto attacks. You tank, you tank, you tank. It's fine. Don't let Trin tank. Don't let Trin.
Oh, I'm just trying to kite it a little bit.
No, yeah, that's fine. If you're getting melee leash like that, it's kind of fine if you tank a few hits. Otherwise, your laner will tank. You don't want that. You have to auto
Please
once.
hit it.
Yeah.
Why isn't it hit it?
It's kind of weird. Um, I agree. I feel like that normally should kill it. I'm not really sure why the DOT is like that now. Um, it's definitely not like it once was. The pet kind of throws me off. Yeah, eat those. Very good.
It won't let me. Oh, there it goes. I think I was just lagging.
Your top laner died. You could. I would.
You think he's gonna push?
Yeah, I would get your wraps, and then get level 3 from wraps, and then look to gank with Q. Cause it's really hard to gank with this champ without your Q.
He's gonna ward. Oh, okay. No, he's already warded. I'm just wasting time. I need to get back.
Just go clear your bot side. You can walk
Why
through
is
mid.
it
It's
going
fine.
that way?
It's fine.
And kind of discourage him from pushing anymore, I guess.
Yep. No, you're good. You're good. So, I think there we could
I
have.
don't have a chance for Scuttle now, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, don't worry about Scuttle. Just take your camps. They did just buff Scuttle, so we will at some point be prying those. But as of right now, I'll just take your camps. Don't fight him. Don't fight him. He's level 4.
I've got my shield. No, it doesn't matter, I guess. Did they clean it up here? No. Hopefully. Okay, that works. Oh, I should have bought something. Eclipse or
Yeah,
Sundered
Eclipse,
Sky first?
Eclipse, Eclipse. Eclipse to help with clear.
We're
Also,
off
I
to a
think
rough start.
I think double longsword was better there, only because it helps with your clear a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. The CDR still helps with your clear. Helps you get your E's off more. Q to your Grump.
Oh, I can take it at level 4, but I'm not level 4.
I would look mid here or look bot lane. Check if Yone is low. Yeah, Yone's like engaging. I would just kill him. Q his shadow thing. Yeah, good. Good damage. That's fine. Go Q to your Raptors.
Oh,
You can try to help. I don't know how doable. Just go take your Krugs. It's fine.
well, she's safe, so
Kane
she
will
got out.
might try to invade you here. Ward that red bush. Ward that. Yeah. Q to your Krugs.
Try to hit both of them with it.
Yeah. Nice. Also another thing.
I'll wait for my E so I can clear the whole thing.
Uh, that and also use your E as an auto attack reset. So right after you auto attack, then use your E. Don't like just use your E the second it comes up. Make sure to like weave your auto attacks. Also take those grubs. Kane's bot side.
Take him. Oh, I was gonna try to take his jungle if I could, but he doesn't have anything.
Kane clears really fast. So it's like it's kind of hard to invade Kane. I mean, obviously it's possible, but Kane like clears really fast. So it's um it's kind of hard to like steal his camps. Like he's gonna always be clearing. Also, we had just seen him bot side, so um we know these grubs are free. He will probably get dragon, but I mean it's we have Tryndamere. We have good splits on our team, so I think grubs are actually better here as of right now. Go take your red. Actually, move your camera dragon. How doable does dragon look right now? Your support, yeah. Go there. Go there. Ah, it's fine. Go help
Just go
Jin.
back to red.
Go help Jin.
No?
Is he dead?
Okay.
Ward that. It's fine. That's fine.
No.
It's fine. Just go to your Grump. Go to Grump. Or take this and do Grump.
Oh, Grump, sorry. I don't know if should I go for that down there?
I think I mean they shouldn't die. If they like go for a dive, you can. Uh, mm, nah, you're fine. Unless they like really walk up. I mean, you have ult.
I'm level 6 now.
Just push mid. Push the mid wave. Let Akali do her thing. Yep, nice. Good Q. E that. E. Yep. Nice. Okay, you might need help top. Um, let's try to clear wave top.
He's going into my jungle.
Yeah, he's gonna clear your you could try to steal your own Krugs from him, because he's on your Krugs right now for sure.
Oh, no.
That's surprising.
I wonder why. I'll wait for Tryndamere to get to lane, then I'll gank his
Yeah,
lane.
yeah. Honestly,
I'll start saving my E.
I think you just clear your top side here and then recall for Eclipse.
Oh, now he shows up.
Small. Yeah. Ward your red. He might try to gank you on red. Yeah. Just save your Q for if he does try to gank you. Um, yeah. I think you're okay, but just save your Q for now. Yeah, you're good. You can queue now. Take these wraps and then recall for items. How close are we to Eclipse if we open up shop here? Ooh, actually, yeah, take your blue, and then I think you have Eclipse.
He's asking for help up here. So maybe
Um,
gank.
yeah, you can gank. Yeah, you can gank. I think this is a little ambitious, but I do think it is possible you kill him. Just Q and ult him. Ult Q. Ult. E. Nice. Okay. Just leave. Recall now for Eclipse. Yep.
There we go.
You could potentially look bot side here. Um, yeah, you could look Lux. You could look Lux right now. Yeah, you can. Actually, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think they had like you on like a deep board or something. So Lux used her Q on you, out from out of vision.
Oh, auto canceled that.
Mid lane might need help. Look mid. Look mid. That's fine. Just catch mid wave. Catch mid. You could kill him. No, you kill. You kill. You kill. Actually, no, 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 no. Or nice. No, yeah, good. Good flash. Good flash. That was good. Could maybe kill Kane, although he has form, so I don't think so. No, no, no.
No. I should have backed out as soon as I saw.
I think walking up there was fine. I think you can like walk up and E him. I don't think that was good use of your Q though.
Yeah, I was thinking I should have held my Q longer. I could have just queued out instead of.
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, the thing with Vi, um, the one of the biggest problems with Vi is that her best disengage tool is also her best engage tool. So in a situation like that where it's like 50-50, you know, you're kind of just like walking up to poke him, you're not like really going to kill him, you're not really sure who's around. You should always like save your Q. Because you were in melee range to just like auto him and E him for free. You didn't necessarily have to use your Q there, if that makes sense.
Okay. They should have him here, I think. Oh, I thought
Go
I thought Trendemir was going in on that.
go mid. Q over wall. Mid.
Uh,
Just do your reps. Catch mid. You could maybe look to kill, actually. Yeah, look mid, look mid. Q over wall. Mid. Q. Ah, good try.
how?
Good try, good
I
try.
thought it would stop him like right there. That's crazy. His ult counters mine, I guess. Or at least the timing of it did.
Yeah, I think that was really unlucky timing in your favor because I think you're normally supposed to catch him there. I think Vile usually will follow a Yono. That timing was just insanely lucky for the Yon. Okay, so I think we could maybe look bot here. Look to Q over wall or something. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Just back up.
Golly. I think we'll start winning team fights when we're all together.
Yeah, agreed. Your Trinimir, you do also have grubs on your Trinimir, so that's gonna be helpful. I think you can kill this guy.
No. I was trying to beat him to it.
Just ward it. Don't chase too hard here. Don't chase. Q away. Up top. Yeah, good.
He's not chasing, is he?
You guys can fight. Just
Oh,
focus, Pantheon. Kane is full tank.
I can't.
Q Panth. Hmm.
I probably should have just stuck around my Tryndamere there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have won that. My bad.
Okay, get the Warhammer. Get the yeah.
Well, at least Trent got a kill, so I gotta stop just walking right into those.
You can kill her. She has no mana. Um, just back up. Just go heal.
Okay. I think helping Trendamere was the right call early because I think he's our only hope now.
Yeah, I also didn't even realize you guys had a grave support. I I don't know if that grave support is the call here, but um,
Yeah,
it's alright. Those things happen.
I'm gonna try to get this misfortune if she shows.
Just take the wave. Just take the wave. It's fine. She's gone. They're probably on dragon. Um, yeah. You can stay for this, although they're probably gonna come kill you.
I think
So
they're gonna beeline for me. Yeah.
just queue out. You should just queue out. You're fine.
New.
I mean, you could fight. No, start autoing him. Ult him. Ult him under your turret. Just walk under turret and ult him. Yep, good Q. Push him into turret. Very good. This is a kill. Mm,
Should have been. How's he
yeah.
so tanky?
So another tip with Kane ult. Whenever you get ulted by a Kane, you should you should never walk closer to their base. You should always walk as much as you can while he's inside of you into either under your turret, deep under your turret, or deep into your base, ideally.
Okay.
You
I
had
was trying to keep him as dead center of the turret range as I could so that he'd have the longest way out.
um, so I think it's good. Yeah, that's good to think like that. But I think if you walk even further, you could kill her. Oh, Yon's back on Unreal.
I feel like I'm just not getting enough ganks in early or something.
Yeah, so with Vi is really important to gank with. Um, she's a heavy gank champ. Um, that was one of my concerns with ganking top, is that if we allocate our time top lane and we use our ult top lane, bot lane is just gonna get smashed. I think with Vi, ideally we want to try and gank bot lane and use our ult spot lane. Um,
Okay. Well,
it,
that's shame.
yeah. Um, that's all right. Those things happen. Those things happen. Um,
How am I losing in bronze?
yeah. I think your Graves. Okay, for one, I think Graves support was a really bad pick, and two, I think Graves. I don't know if Graves was like AFK or if
Oh
Graves
yeah,
like.
he rage quit for a bit, and I think he came back
Yeah,
in.
I should have had you allocate more resources to bot side. I didn't realize how bad it was. How bad things were getting. Um, no, yeah, that was my bad, if anything. I should have had you spend more time with bot lane.
Our ADC did only 4k damage,
Yeah, that was really bad.
but I also didn't do very much on the map myself, so I can't really complain. There's a lot I could have done better there. I probably, I don't know, should probably pay more attention in champion select because I feel like I probably should have just dodged with the Graves
Yeah,
being support.
yeah, I think yeah, I honestly thought it was Jin support and I I have a little more faith with Jin support, but I think that guy actually might have just been trolling. Um I think that one was a dodge. I agree. I also think maybe lethality Vi. I think maybe Bruiser Vi would fit your playstyle a little more. Because with lethality Vi, it's kind of like it's a very all-in heavy build. Like you have to commit really really hard, and
Mhm.
I see you like kind of hesitating sometimes, which again it's not necessarily a bad thing that you hesitate. It just doesn't really fit.
See, I always think that my thing's gonna attack it one more time. I don't know why it doesn't right there.
Yeah, no, that I don't really have an answer for. Um,
Because
the
when I'm on brand jungle, I wait till they're 150 HP before I walk them out, and then the pet finishes them off along with my burn the rest of the way. But I tried to wait a little bit longer with Vi because there's no burn there, and the pet still like left it with 4 HP.
Oh, okay, so
So,
actually
but
I think I know what the problem is. I think it's because you're used to Brand jungle and Brand's abilities put a small burn on the camps.
mhm.
And I think that burn also that burn triggers your pet's damage over time. So I think with Brand the damage over time lingers a little bit
That's why he
longer.
keeps attacking with brand and
Right,
not
right,
with.
right.
Got it.
So yeah, it's just because you're used to so yeah, just little things like that, that take getting used to and whatnot. Like
Yeah, I'm gonna go backwards before I go forwards because I mean
exactly,
I have
exactly,
put myself in a bad situation by only playing one champion.
exactly. Exactly. I think it's just gonna take you a little bit to learn the basics again. Get the ropes, and then once you feel much more confident in Vi and whatnot, then we can really start you can really start improving from there, and you'll only improve. But the first thing I want to talk about, this was very, very important. I think this might be one of the biggest things Not even just in this game, but just in all your games that you need to acknowledge because you can't be you can't be doing things like this, all right?
Okay.
And this, I think, it's very situational when you can actually take traits like this. But given this situation, there is never a world where you should ever be walking up to this guy, okay? This guy is double buffed. He has a level on you. And Kane Kane is a very notorious champion for taking early skirmishes because Kane, the way Kane
Mhm.
works, is he wants to look for early skirmishes so he gets his orbs so he gets closer to his form. Okay, you should
Mhm.
never fight him ever. There's never a world where you fight
Okay.
him here, unless maybe your Graves and your Jin is like right here with you. Okay, this
Mhm.
you just need to acknowledge is gone. Let him have it. It's not a big deal. Um, Queuing like this is completely troll, okay? This is
Okay.
not good. You should have queued away here, okay? Just completely given this up and then maybe reset and gone topside and look for an invade or something. Because right here
Okay.
this is really really bad. Um, you give him stacks, uh, you give him free stacks completely for free. He gets your flash and I think he even kills you here.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
your
does.
team does kill him, but this was really bad. This I think is like one of the key moments why this game went poorly. Okay.
Yeah. So I think with that, no excuses, but like Nocturne, like just stat checks everybody, and he's the
No,
only other
yeah.
jungler that I played.
If you are Nocturne there, um I think it is potentially winnable for you guys. And again,
Because I
you're
got my fear and all that, and I just
yes,
feel like I'm
yes.
just I feel like I take one champion and then I just apply its mechanics onto whatever else I play.
Right. Yeah, that's really bad
So I'm
to
like, oh, I can win this even because I've got yeah a CC, but it's not like Nocturne CC where it fears them for a second or two.
yeah, no, yeah. Vi is more of a champ that relies on like setup and like playing like brush for example and like look you want to like look for ganks on Vi and you want to like look for like flanks. You know Vi is a really good flanking champ. Nocturne
Hmm.
is very good like you said, very good stat check, very good all in, very good just one-on-one skirmish. So yeah, if you're playing Nocturne here, I think fighting that is probably okay. I do think you come out on top on that. Yeah, this guy is Aftershock Kane. If you are Lethal Tempo or even Conquer Nocturne, I agree. I think you win that, and I think that would have been a good play. But given this situation,
With
um,
Vi
with
now.
Vi, I think we just need to give that and just get out of there. Maybe Order Gromp. But yeah, I don't think queuing into him was ever the play.
Yeah, I think that's another one of my problems is I don't know like off the top of my head which champion wins in each scenario against the other. Like
Right,
I know pretty well like who I'm gonna 1v1 with Brand. You know, I can 1v1 a lot of different people with
right. You
Brand,
feel confident taking
but
fights with Brand.
I don't know who I can 1v1 with Vi exactly. Like, and as far as like early,
No, yeah,
because
I think that's
late
fair.
game you just go into anybody because you're tanky and you do a lot of damage. But um,
No, yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be like take time experience
No,
to
yeah, that's
get
one thing.
down.
Yeah, that's one thing that just comes with time and experience, learning matchups, learning what some characters are capable of, learning what they're not capable of, you know, who scales, who doesn't, things like that. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about here. Um, so right here, we see Kane mid lane, right?
Hmm.
We know Kane is occupied at the moment. There's another thing I want you to get in the habit of. We acknowledge that no one is on grubs right now. We have it
Uh
warded.
huh.
We see they're making a play mid, okay? We have two
Hmm.
options here. We either look to counter mid and help our team mid lane. However, you are quite far from mid, alright? And I think countering mid at this point, it wouldn't really work out for you because you're too far. There's not really if you're playing maybe Hecarim or something or Lilia, I think you could potentially look for a counter. At this point, the play is to take these grubs. Okay, there's no other
Hmm.
play here. I think you
I
kind of like wanted to,
I
get
see Kane
vision.
mid, and I try to take his. I try to put him behind by taking his camps, which he already took. So,
Yeah, and I think that's good to think like that. But another thing, we have a scrying orb right here. I think
oh, I
actually,
could have used that.
yeah, I think walking up, maybe hitting the orb, sweeping his jungle. I think that actually would have been fine. I think that's fine. But again, it's just like little things like that that like we need to be aware of and we need to be applying in these games because Kane already has a lead on you from what happened early game, and at
Mm-hmm.
this point we're even further behind now, right? So like
Yeah.
little things like that, very very important. The other thing I want to talk about is let's see, it's 13. Okay, so right here, um, this was good. This was actually a good kill on Young. I think you maybe even could have killed him here. Again, it's maybe. I think if you just sort of like auto him and E him here, that's fine. Using your Q like this is never good, especially when MF is right here. I think even still, you still can get out of this. You hold your Q and just Q right into turret, and you're out.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like you get caught here, and now like Kane has an even bigger lead on you. Kane completely trolled this game. He went tank Kane. Um,
And he still
yeah, and
smashed.
he still had a good lead. Like it was, yeah, he just got an early lead and like on a champ, but scales as well. Early lead is like very hard to come back from. Um, so yeah, that was a problem. The other thing I want to talk about here, 14. So another thing I've noticed, you can be using your Q out of base. Like you can be queuing over these walls, queuing as much as possible to get to your camps here.
Yeah,
Um,
I do that on Nocturne because I know the cooldowns very well.
right,
Um, but I think it's just because I don't know Vi and how like I don't want to like waste anything because I don't know the cooldowns.
right.
But yeah, I understand the efficiency of
Yeah,
queuing
getting
to
out of base,
get around.
getting over
Yeah,
walls, using hex gates, like when we can, so like things like that to help us clear, get our lead back. Um, Another thing I noticed here, um, Yone is pushing, Yone is threatening mid turret. Your Akali is dead. Right now, we need to be charging our Q and queuing over this wall down here toward mid lane. We need to
yeah.
protect mid right now. And I
You were
think,
telling me that too.
yeah, I
But
think,
I was trying to get all the CS here.
yeah, well, I think you can actually kill these mini krugs with your Q as you're going down over the. Ideally, that's what I was hoping for, is you kill all of these mini ones. Maybe not this one up here. That one I guess would be kind of hard to get. But these five right here, you
Mm-hmm.
kill with your Q while going down here and pathing toward mid. Because
Does my Q take me over the wall from that distance?
I think so. You might have to click once or twice toward this wall, but yes, I think that would take you over.
Okay.
I could test that for you in practice tool. Afterward, remind me when we're done with this VOD review. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and then so you start walking down mid. That's fine. Your Q, we should be queuing as much as we can. Q to these raptors. Um, I think right here, what should have happened was we maybe go take raps. We sit in raptors for a few seconds until this guy pushes up. And then once he pushes up, we queue from where this raptor is right now, or actually where you're standing right now. We queue right here into mid and potentially kill him, although we probably wouldn't kill, we'd probably just end up poking him out a little bit. So yeah,
Yeah, I
we
think
should be queuing.
you were telling me to do that, but I went around because I wanted to. I don't know. I just felt like, well, I still use my Q, but I feel like if I waste my Q, I don't have a way to get to them once I show. But he probably
Um,
wouldn't have got turret there either. He would have
okay,
ran
so I
away.
agree. You don't want to waste your Q, but in a situation like this where your turret is dying, you need to protect your turret. I think
Mm-hmm.
using your Q just to get over this wall is fine, and I there is a world where your Q does connect. If you're standing at this very corner, and this Yon is standing where this cannon is, or this melee, which I believe he
Mm-hmm.
was pretty close to there, there is a world that Q does connect. And
Okay.
even with turret up, if you stun him for a second, and then ult him directly after you Q, you just stun him for a few seconds. That gives your Akali more time to then look for something on this Yon. I think you guys actually probably kill him here. Obviously,
Look at
it's
the
a maybe.
timing on this ult though.
Yeah, this was unlucky.
I should have like followed him here.
Well, I think what happened is the yes, normally you do follow him here. However, I think you ulted at the exact time where when you the knockup part goes. So it skips so right after the part where you follow him, but the actual knockup itself gets channeled. He then
Mm-hmm.
dashes away. So I
Okay.
think here, one, I think obviously we should have queued over this wall, but two, um, I think right after you queue, so right
Yeah,
now
I
needs
could
to
have
be
landed.
ulted, because you can ult out from your queue. I know you can. I've played Vi. I used to play her a lot. You can ult this Yone right now, and it will go off. But I think you kind
Okay.
of like waited a few
Yeah,
seconds.
I didn't know that.
Okay, no worries. Now you know, and now you can start applying these things into your games. Cause yeah, even just waiting these few seconds, clicking here once or twice, that allowed the Yone to get away. But I mean, that's fine as long as we
And he
acknowledge
gets
that.
knocked up on the other side. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is a really interesting
So
interaction.
my knock up goes off on my side, but I don't follow him, but he gets knocked up still on the other side.
Yeah, I think what happened here is it's just because Yone buffered his ult. So he, you ulted him first, but by the time your ult went off, um, Yone's ult had finished. And what happens is that there's weird mechanics like that, but that is possible. Um,
Hmm.
and unfortunately, this Yone was lucky in his favor in this side.
Yeah. I've never got to test this. I've always wanted to. Maybe you know. Um, Vi ult does like let's say Nocturne ults somebody right after Vi ults him.
Vi will
Does
follow.
Vi he
Yeah, Vi.
follows all the way?
Yes, Vi will follow. I've seen that. I know that happens with Asol with Asol's like flying thing. I know that happens
Okay.
with Yon E. I haven't personally seen it with Nocturnal, but I'm 95% sure Vi will follow. Just the way her ult works, the way that interaction works. And normally you should have followed this Yon. Even through this wall, you normally
It
would
was
have
just
followed him.
crazy timing, I
It's just the
guess.
timing. Yes, the timing was un I've actually never seen that before. But now that I think about it, it is possible because the game thought that he was knocked up here by the Sakali, but what happened is he had already channeled his ult. So
Hmm.
it was a very weird interaction, but that is possible. Um,
I'm wondering if it has to do with like I think because Yone's ultimate he goes up in the air first, and I think it was right when he landed, coming back down to dash. I think it was somewhere, and it was just a weird
yes, yes,
interaction between already being sort of knocked up in a way
yes.
to
No,
landing.
it was the timing was truly unbelievable on that. So I think this play is possible. I will say, looking back, I probably shouldn't have had you go for this, only because our ult we we missed out on the Yone kill mid, and
Hmm.
I feel like Graves should have definitely pathed bot side here. Um, I don't know why he's pathing top. I think if he paths to this Hex Gate's here, he can probably meet up with you around in time. Anyways, I think what needed to happen here was because MF gets slowed here, and I feel like this Q should connect here. Okay, so I see what happened.
I waited too long.
MF got
Her
move speed from her W.
speed.
Yeah, okay, so I think that was
I
actually a
think
little unlucky. Um,
was if I would have queued a little sooner,
a little
like
sooner, yeah.
released it.
Yes.
I do hold it a little bit. I think
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's
hesitation.
yeah, so yeah, I think that's where you like come with like hesitating a little bit. And again, it's not a bad thing, but I just think for this kind of playstyle with lethality Vi, you can't hesitate like that. Even a slight second, half a second, it will cost you. I think Vi itself is a fine pick for you, although I think we should be maybe running a different setup with Conquer and more of a Bruiser setup. Um,
Okay.
I think you would benefit more from that. And then unfortunately, like at this point, it's almost impossible to recover from this.
Yeah, and I'm
They're
walking
very
right
fed.
into Lux bindings
Yeah,
every time I
it's
see her. I'm
yeah,
not dodging at all.
no, yeah,
It's
it's
crazy, like the just how everything
unfolded that
changes.
game.
Well, like, cause I feel like any like brand game, I'm gonna juke one way or the
Right,
other,
right.
cause I'm gonna expect it, and it's just so weird playing another champion. I feel like I don't know. I should still expect it, but I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's just the confidence thing. I don't have the confidence to sidestep the way that I would on
Yeah,
brand.
yeah, no, I think that is another big thing. Just being confident with your play. I feel like you are more confident with Bran than you are with Vi, and that causes you to like hesitate and whatnot, and like choke up here and there.
Hmm.
Another thing, I think, I think chasing this was a little ambitious. I personally wouldn't have queued in here. I would have warded this pit. Maybe gone and defended mid. I know it's a little hard to defend, but they ended up pushing mid from this, and I think they nearly ended the game from this. Um, I don't think walking up here is good. Um, Pantheon doesn't have flash. This guy doesn't have anything. Um, I think that right now, like, we should probably be defending mid. I know this is
Hmm.
really hard to defend, but we can't give mid turret like this when two of our people are dead. And
And I
there's
should have stayed like right on top of my Trendemir here.
yeah, and then this fight. Now that we've decided to take this fight, I think we need to commit very hard to this Pantheon. Um, this guy's actually kind of caught out at this point. This guy's going full tank. There's no reason to focus. There's no reason to hit this guy. He has healing. He's going full tank. Um, Pantheon is caught. Yeah, we should just be going. We should be going very hard on Pantheon. Um, I would even argue Q flashing for this Pantheon. Um, I mean Pantheon does walk back up. Um, yeah, right here. I think yeah, this Q connects. This Q, Pantheon has no E. We just saw him use his main defensive ability. This guy is as good as dead. Your Tryndamere is right on top of him. This was a free kill. And then like yeah, you ult with Kayn on top of you, so Kayn just gets a free kill on you. Um, I think you even flash away, but I mean Trin gets the kill on Panth, but I don't know. I don't know how good this is because they get two turrets mid from this. They also kill your Jhin again. Looks like they're also gonna get inhib, and they kill your Akali. So I think this was actually the game losing play. Was this play right here?
Okay.
Um, they got way too much from this. Way too much completely for free off this one play, off engaging here and like walking in river. Because now look at your base and look what's happened to your team. So I think this was the game deciding play that really this was like the nail in the coffin in my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
was this play right here. Um, it's almost impossible to recover from a position like this. Don't get me wrong, it's possible. Um, but given what happened, this guy's like split. This guy's like completely tilted. He's pushing ball lane. Um, this was like really bad. Um, and then the last thing I want to talk about. This is also really important. Um, you need to acknowledge. So at this point, we know Kane is gonna try and dive you. We don't know he has ult, but we know Kane is gonna dive you. So we're gonna save all of our CC for when he dives you. The turret does a lot of damage, and the biggest threat that you can do to someone when they tank you is to stun them and stall them when they're under turret, right? So
Mm-hmm.
right here, when Kane ults you, you need to be pathing back toward this turret and back into this corner. Um, as far away from his teammates and as close to your team as possible. That is the best way to counter Kane, is uh, using his ult, leveraging his ult for yourself, right? Because his ult is very
Mm-hmm.
strong. He gains invulnerability, he gains healing, he gains damage. But there are little things like this that we can do to make it hard for Kane to play. So then you kind of hover here for a few seconds, you kind of like walk down to his team, and that allows him a free escape and a free. He gets to exit turret essentially for free.
Yeah.
Um,
See, I when I play into Kane, I always try to like when he ults me, I always try to get as far away from any wall as I can, and also like as
yeah, I mean that's
much
good.
into the turret as possible. But I don't know, just I feel like he just gets out for free because he's got his dash too.
Yeah, it
I
is
feel like
good.
if I'm right on a wall, he's just gonna go into the wall and get away like completely free.
Okay, so you bring up a good point. You do want to avoid walls, and you do want him to tank turret as long as possible. I agree. However, something you also need to account for: if Kane takes damage, or if Kane is CC'd, his shadow step, his wall thing, will be cancelled.
Mhm.
And in this
If
case,
he takes damage,
yes, if he takes damage or if he gets CC'd,
I
his
didn't know that.
his um his wall step, his shadow step here, will get cancelled. And in
Can
this
he take
case,
damage while he's in the wall?
yes, he can.
Okay.
Um, in this case, you have your ult. So if even if you're standing next to this wall, the second he jumps out, because he can't ult into the wall, right? Like if we go back a few seconds here, um, he can't ult out into the wall. When he ults out here, he has to choose in a direction to dash. So even if you're standing next to this wall, he can't essentially dash into the wall. He has to either dash up, dash into a turret, or dash down. We know he's gonna dash down away from the turret, so that's why we path up, and then we path into the wall so that he stays as far away. If he wants to get out, he's gonna have to either go up here, out here, or he's gonna have to go around here. He can't path this way because you're gonna cancel his shadow step with your ult. Because if you
Does
damage
it
or ult him, it's gonna cancel it.
so if I hit ult when he goes into the wall,
It's gonna pull him
m-
out.
my ult pulls him out of the wall?
Yes.
I didn't. Okay, I'd see if I'd known that, then I probably would have done something like that. But
Right.
um, I always feel like if you go next to a wall, he's just gone, no matter what. I didn't know
Um.
that. I didn't know my
Yes.
ult would pull him out.
Yes. It's gonna pull him out because and you have to do it really fast. Because yes, he's gonna be spamming his E, but if you get your ult off first, he'll probably go in the wall for like half of a second, if that, and then it's gonna force him out. Because your
Okay.
ult's gonna go on him and it's gonna knock him up right here under turret. and then you can combo your Q with your knockup while under turret, and Akali can come and clean up, and that's a
Dang,
free
and
kill.
that would have baited him into using his escape tool too.
Yeah,
That's a
it
shame.
it would have been a really really good play. Unfortunately, even with getting this kill, I don't know if you guys can come back from this, only because this guy
Probably
is like
not.
kind of running it. This guy is like dead. Um, it's hard to come back from this, but it's still good to acknowledge that we could have killed him here and at least gotten like you or your Akali a shutdown. Because right
Mm-hmm.
here, he he essentially gets out for free. He dashes with his ult, dashes with his Q. You do knock him up, but at this point he's out of turret range.
Yeah, and so I try to cue him back into it,
That was actually a good Q. I noticed that. That was a really good Q.
and he does get hit by it,
He does,
but only once. And I
but
think if I would have known that interaction with Kane, I could have probably got 2 or 3 tower shots
oh
on him.
for sure. No, yeah, for sure. And I think you guys even kill him, but unfortunately, like he had stalled just long enough for his MF to now come in and blow you guys up. He gets a great knock on you guys. MF gets a good ult, and the play is over.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think this game, there were a lot of minor things with like using your Qs over the wall, using your Q out of base, uh, protecting mid, using Q protect mid, a lot of things like that. The biggest things I will say, I will go over them once more. Um, we really 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 need to be acknowledging. Um,
he's
ag-
a level up on me.
yes, and I've noticed this is kind of a common thing I've noticed with you is I don't know if you don't like realize what level you are, or if you don't realize what level they are.
I don't realize what level they are,
But yeah, one of the first
but the
things,
number's right on his name too.
yes, one of the first things you should always do before you engage, before you take any fight, is you should look at your level. You should look at what level you are. You should look at what abilities you have up. You don't have E here. You do have flash. Your passive is not up. Your E is not up. You have one Q and you have your passive, right? You have your W
Mm-hmm.
passive. This guy has everything. This guy not only does he have everything, he has
He's double buffed and
he's double
everything.
buffed and he has a level on you. So there is no world you should ever take this fight. At least on Vi. I could maybe understand taking this fight on Nocturne. If you are Vi or Brandir, you should never ever take this fight, okay? This is complete danger. Let him take
Mm-hmm.
anything he wants and just give it, okay? It's not worth dying.
Okay.
It's not worth flashing. All you have to do at this point is Q away. Q away out of here toward your turret or toward your Jhin, okay? There's no reason to ever take anything here.
Okay. In game, does it show their level on their nameplate right next to
Yes,
it like that?
yes, it does. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I
Yeah. I
remember
just
seeing this in game. Um, I'm pretty
I
sure I
don't even
told you
pay
not to take
attention to
this.
that.
But it's okay. I mean, it's all right. Like these things happen. It's just very important to acknowledge these things and understand like why it's not good and like um, why to like apply why we should be applying these concepts to future games, right? Because League is all
Mm-hmm.
about patterns, and it's all about being able to adapt to certain situations, right?
Yeah.
And given that situation, we should have acknowledged that he's stronger, and we let him do whatever he wants in your jungle. Unfortunately, for us, we did die there, we did flash, but on the bright side, your team did collapse, and I think you got an assist from that. So although it wasn't the worst, it definitely was far from ideal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was one of the most important things I noticed in this game. Everything else was essentially pretty minor. The other thing that I thought was really important, um, last thing I want to touch bases on, is just acknowledging, um, just simple acknowledgements like this where we see a fight mid, we see Kane mid, we know there is no, and this doesn't just apply to grubs, right? Let's say
Mhm.
you're bot side, right? You're hovering dragon, and we see Kane ganks top. Okay, we know they have numbers top. We know it's a free dragon, or at the very least, we know it's a free bot gank. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's those kind of concepts that will help you win your games. Just looking at map, acknowledging what the enemy is committing on the map, what they are
Yeah.
forcing, and then that gives us room to then decide, okay, they're forcing top, they're forcing bot.
Yeah.
Let's force grubs, you know?
Yeah, and I will say I typically do like I will prioritize the dragon if I see him somewhere else on the map
Yes, that is good.
over invades, just because there's an inconvenience to because there's such a long trip to get in their side.
Yes, and
And I feel like the
yes,
entrance to theirs on the top side is so it's easier just to go in and like take everything they have on the top side. So like I do have a habit of prioritizing um just taking their camps instead of going for what's right in front of my face.
okay, so you bring up a really good point, and there's two things I want to talk about with that, okay? The first thing, and I would say this is more important than the other thing, but the first thing I wanted to say is that given that kind of situation where you say objectives take a long time to kill, you want to farm their camps, get yourself ahead, and put them behind, that's great. However, I would say that only applies to the jungler that you are playing. Okay, if you are playing a scaling jungler, right, and camps benefit you more than they benefit your team, I would say that is the play. I would say don't always look to invade, always prio full clearing over any objective, and prio getting yourself ahead. Okay, if you're playing Karthus jungle, I would say this is good because you're playing for skill. You're playing for your
Hmm.
late game where you can just one shot everyone with your ult. Okay. However, given this case, Vi I would say excels more in early to mid skirmishes where she is playing for her team and setting up her team. Okay. Vi
Hmm.
isn't really a solo carry champion. She can solo carry games, but it's not the core identity of this champ. It's more so to get your team ahead and help look for fights that and flanks that aren't normally accessible by other characters, right? Because she can queue through walls. She has high mobility, high versatility. She can move around the map much easier than others, right?
Hmm.
Also, her clear isn't the best in comparison to like Lilia or Karthus. They have much
Yeah.
better clear speed, and they scale much harder. Okay.
Yeah, I will say that knowing the identity really does help me a lot. Um I don't know, this is kind of off topic. I don't know if you ever played World of Warcraft before.
Oh, I love WoW. I was actually
Dude,
playing the other day.
so I've always mained a priest, right?
Okay, yeah, I
And
like some Shadow Priest.
I was I always did discipline, but back in like I would say probably like late burning crusades to early Lich King, I was having a lot of trouble in like duels and PvP with my priest
Yeah.
until I thought of it like completely different. I was like, this is exactly like a ranged paladin. And as
Okay.
soon as I switched, and it was like a switch in my brain, like when I identified that, I
Yeah.
it just changed everything. I just started tearing everybody up.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, if and I mean that's a good way to think about it. You know, like it's good to think like that. You know, it's like because that actually helps a lot of people, and you know I think that is important. You know, to just think about those kind of things. You know, like being able to apply something you know and being like, wait a minute, this is just like that. So
Yeah.
once you find that with Vi, you know, I'm sure you probably have an idea of that with like brand and whatnot.
Mhm.
It's gonna help you a lot with climbing and just with knowing your champion, knowing what you're
See,
capable
and
of doing.
with Vi, when I was actually playing decent with her, I feel like as soon as I hit level 3, no matter what, almost I would. I would go gank a lane no matter what, and
Yeah, that's really smart. Yeah. No,
that's what
yeah.
would get the game rolling, and I'd
Yeah.
win a lot off of that.
No, yeah, definitely. And I think that is actually normally the correct play. The only reason I had you prio your camps more this game over ganking is they just buffed jungle XP and jungle camps. So
Hmm.
I'm still not entirely sure if if what I told you was 100% correct. I'm just going off what I think is correct. And given this patch, I think prioing camps is better. Although I do agree, I think maybe I should have had you force around bot a little more. 'Cause I didn't even realize how bad things were looking for your bot side
Hmm.
until it was too late. So I do apologize. I think I should have had you play around bot more. I will say that is my bad.
Well, I
Um,
don't think it's your fault we lost. But do you think, with that in mind, that more, I guess, camp heavy champions like Master Yi and
Yeah,
stuff
Master
like that,
Yi, Lilia, Karthus, yes. I think they're
you think
really
those
good
would
right now.
be
I think they're really, really
okay?
good. I know Karthus is the best jungler right now. I played a game of Karthus the other day. I was completely 1v9. It felt very, very strong. Um, yes, I think maybe those champions are probably worth learning right now. Whichever
Hmm.
one it is you like. Um, Karthus, Master Yi, Viego, Lilia, all solo carry champs that scale extremely well. Um, yes, I think they're all really good. I would
Okay.
um, I would look into learning one or two of them and practicing them in normals and whatnot.
Never played Lilia before. I do like Master Yi, but I feel like I have trouble like timing his Q right because
Yeah,
I end
yeah,
up
he takes a lot of practice with that, the
like you
timing.
see games where people just run in and
Perfect
just
time, yeah. Oh my
massacre
god.
the whole enemy
I have
team
so
and
much PTSD from that. Like I've started to ban Master Yi personally just from that exact reason. I'll be having good games. I'll be winning my lane and then only for a fed Master Yi to come in, perfectly time all my abilities and just one shot me. It's like the worst feeling of all
hmm.
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think these concepts will really really help you. The last thing I wanted to go over with you briefly is just acknowledging which objective we want to be playing for in this game. So, for
Okay.
example, I see we have a Tryndamere top lane, and I see we have Graves and Jhin bot side. So, obviously, your bot side is not an ideal comp, but these characters are all very good at taking towers. Mainly Tryndamere. Graves and Jhin just have a lot of damage, a lot of
Yeah.
attack damage, so they can take turrets really fast. So just because of that alone, I would say this is a better Grubs game than a
Hmm.
better Dragon game. Obviously, I
Yeah.
agree, Dragon is the better objective to play for, objectively. But given this game, I think Grubs will actually benefit your team more.
Okay. I do have a question because
What's
you
up?
did say we should have focused bottom more.
Yeah,
Um, I always hear like don't gank like a losing lane or whatever.
right.
I feel like should we have gone bottom? Even like
Yes,
I feel like they don't have a
yes.
chance because of I don't know. I
So,
feel like the lead that I'd get them would just go to waste because they're trolling already.
so right here, we get level 6 here. And I think your Tryndamere was like spam pinging you top side. Or no, I remember what happened. We saw Kali go bot side, and I said, okay, go ahead and push mid at this point. I think this is a free chance to push mid. You go ahead and push mid. I think that's really good. You push mid. That's great. Um, at this point, your top side is kind of getting smacked. Um,
Yeah.
I think Akali. I don't know if Akali kills here. Um, let's see what happens bot side. So Akali looks for the kill. No, okay, so Akali trolls. There's no reason she should have walked up here. She should have just taken the damage because she was in this bush, and she should just moved up here and taken this wave. So I believe we actually had the correct call, pushing mid. and then maybe looking for something top.
Mhm.
At this point, let's see. So yeah, we think Kane is on your Krugs. He actually should have been doing your Krugs. He kind of trolled. I don't know what he's doing here, sitting in this bush. Um,
Waiting for cheese,
yeah,
probably.
he's
He
trying to
probably
cheese
thinks
you.
I'm gonna come try to gank or something.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think he was trying to cheese you. I think Krugs here was fine. Um,
And
so
now he's gonna come for them.
now he comes for the cheese. Yeah, we see him. So yeah, right here, I think it was. This Tryndamere starts like spam pinging you to come gank. I actually don't know.
I couldn't have made it there in time anyway. He was already backing up.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see my items. Yes, you haven't reset yet. So I don't think ganking here was very good. So yeah, you take your camps. That's good. I think I tell you to like stay for blue. Yeah, okay, right here. So this guy starts spam pinging you to gank. Um, I don't think this was the call. This is gonna happen a lot. Your laners are gonna spam ping you for ganks and whatnot. But you see the problem with now focusing our assets top lane. You know, using our ults, using our abilities top. What happens now is your bot lane is gonna get completely smashed. I think the correct call here probably would have
Was to go
been
bot.
going blue and then either looking directly bot after blue or looking for a reset for your Eclipse because this guy's on Sunfires, we're still on Longsword, right?
Mhm.
Looking at Eclipse and then walking straight bot with ult. But we use our ult top lane. I mean, I guess maybe ganking top was okay, but I don't know if we should have ulted this. Now that I think about it, I think maybe 'cause that guy seemed pretty dead, and now like this guy is like taking a very aggressive position. Um, I mean, this guy was trolling. I mean, this is this guy should just recall, or like at the very least he should be back here under turret. There's no reason for him to be taking a position like this. I mean, he's 1-3. Yeah, that says it all. So let's see what happens here. I mean, this is terrible. This is terrible. I mean, I guess the poke is okay, but it's just so unnecessary. Um, so yeah, you get your item. And I think maybe just walking straight bot here is probably the play. I know you don't have ult, and that's really gonna affect your bot gank. But so like your Jhin, yeah, I think what needed to happen was this guy needed to recall like when you were recalling, and then that way, once you and him get back to lane, it allows for you guys to gank bot lane. Because right now,
Mhm.
like with this comp is so terrible. There's no setup. It's just straight damage. They essentially are relying on you for any setup, and we just used our main setup ability on top lane. So at this point, the only setup you have is your Q, and it's not very reliable. You at the end of the day, your Q is a skill shot, so it's gonna be kind of hard to yeah. And then this guy dies. So yes, like that was another thing. It's like now when you finally get to like make a play bot side, this guy is just dead. And I mean, I think this is like a little bit out of your hands. I mean, this guy was just hard running it. He picked a terrible support, and I mean, he picks a carry support, right? He picks a support that plays for himself, and then he just
Mhm.
does stuff like this. So it's like, what are you even providing for the team at this point? So in a game like this, and this is really hard to see, but in a game like this where uh, all of these characters are playing for themselves, um, I think the only way to win this game is if you hard play for yourself. Um, you only gank, you prio farming, you prio just full clearing, and you only gank when you know it's a free kill. And in this situation where both of these guys are full HP, this guy's sitting on a tower, I don't even think this is worth ganking. Now that I'm like really looking into this more, I think we just full clear. We keep playing for ourselves and we go full lethality this game, and we just play for full one shot game. But obviously, like it's hard to see those things. And it's hard to acknowledge those kind of things because it's like, and no, even this, like, yeah, it's a good setup. I still don't think this is good to take. If you had ult, I could maybe argue fighting this, but because we use ult top lane, there's no more play to be made here without like giving an MF kill or something. 'Cause yeah, sure, maybe you kill Lux if you flash on her, but MF's just gonna kill you in return for that, and MF skills harder than you, so I just don't. I think it's like really hard to make a play here. Um, yeah, I think it's almost impossible to do anything here. I think in this game you kind of just have to full play for yourself and like guarantee yourself a scale, and by going full lethality and
Mhm.
1v9ing. Um, yeah, I think that's the only way to win this game. And just given your playstyle, I think it's really hard to do that. But yeah, no. I mean, I don't think
So
you.
on Vi, stay away from Vi. Um, stay away from what's it called? I
So
forgot.
on Vi, if you're going full lethality, and you can practice this in your norms, if you're going full lethality, full one shot Vi, uh, prio yourself. Prio playing for yourself. Prio your camps and prio ganking when you know it's a free kill, okay? If you're
Hmm.
going bruiser or tank Vi, prio ganking and prio playing for your team, okay?
Hmm.
It's going to be up to you, and this takes time and practice. It's going to be up to you to decide if it's a lethality, a tank, or a bruiser game. And it's also going to be up to you to decide based on how your team is playing and based on what you think objectively should be done in that game if you are playing for yourself or playing for your team. Um, and again, it's those things take time and like you will get better over time. But like I want you to like really start thinking about those kind of things and like acknowledging what you should and shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's gonna be the most important thing from this game
All
is
right.
those concepts. Are there any
Was
questions you
I
have?
on?
Yeah, what's up?
So I was doing a bruiser build this one, right?
Well, so I think this one because we took Halo Blade setup and we acknowledged that they're all pretty squishy and that your team picked full damage. We were gonna try to go for a full lethality setup, but I said only do that if like you get an early lead and your team is winning early. But given what happened at I think 4 minutes, yeah, given what happened here, and given what happened at 7 minutes, I think we should have pivoted for more of a team play setup because you can really only 1v9 and you can really only play for yourself when you have an early lead and you're like you're snowballing early essentially. It's a snowball kind of
Hmm.
setup. But given what happened here, we no longer have a lead and we're no longer going to snowball this game because we're now behind and this Kane is
Yeah.
ahead. So at this point, we need to start playing for team and we need to start looking for setups to get team ahead because we're behind. And if we go even with Kane at this point, Kane's going to be ahead because of what happened here. Does that make sense?
Okay. Got you. Yeah.
So it's all very situational, and everything is bound to change, and that's why I say it's so important to be able to adapt to certain situations, right? Because like we were gonna play for ourselves this game, and we were gonna solo carry this one, but given what happened here, we can no longer do that. Okay,
Got it.
so just it just depends on how the game is playing out and like what happens in that game. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, I want you to play some norms. I want you to practice Vi. I want you to practice maybe Master Yi, like you had said, and maybe Lilia too, if you're confident with those champs. I want you to give some of those
Okay.
champs a try.
And so Brand's probably off the table for jungle, you think?
I mean, I actually think with the new Blackfire torch and with the new scalings, and now that jungle camps give more XP and gold. Actually no, I take that back. They don't give more gold, but they do give more XP. I
Hmm.
think Brand Jungle is actually in a good spot. just because Brand has really good clear. So yeah, give Brand jungle another game. Give it another try. Just keep full clearing. Brand has really good clear speed, and see how it feels.
Okay, that'll work.
Alrighty, man. Um, best of luck to you.
Alrighty.
Glad we had our session.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Of course, brother.